Imagine waking up one day and the air is no longer safe to breathe. The water is no longer safe to drink, and nature, as we once knew it, is gone. Nature does not need humans to survive, but humans cannot survive without nature. Every day, our planet is losing forests, wildlife, clean water, and balance. Welcome to Green Earth VN, where we face uncomfortable truths about our planet. Today, we explore the top 10 reasons why we must protect nature. Right now, not tomorrow. 10. Nature is the foundation of human life. Humans can survive weeks without food, but only minutes without oxygen. Every breath you take is a gift from nature, a product of the vast forests and teeming oceans that work tirelessly as the lungs of our planet. These ecosystems generate the very air we depend on. Our existence is equally reliant on fresh water, purified and distributed through natural cycles of rain, rivers, and groundwater systems. Every glass of water, every meal we eat, originates from these processes. The food on our plates grows from healthy soil, pollinated by insects, and sustained by a balanced ecosystem. Without these foundational pillars provided freely by the natural world, human life simply cannot exist. It is not a luxury or a commodity. It is the absolute bedrock of our survival. 9. Nature regulates the Earth's climate. Climate change is not a future problem. It is happening right now, evidenced by the increasing frequency of extreme weather events across the globe. Nature itself is our most powerful ally in this fight. Forests act as massive carbon sinks, absorbing the carbon dioxide that is dangerously warming our atmosphere. The world's oceans are a critical thermal regulator, absorbing over 90% of the excess heat trapped by greenhouse gases and stabilizing global temperatures. When we engage in widespread deforestation and pollute our oceans, we are not just destroying landscapes. We are systematically dismantling Earth's natural defense system against climate change. Each tree that falls, each coral reef that bleaches, accelerates the crisis, leaving us more vulnerable to its devastating effects. Ocean environmental destruction, human health. The connection between a healthy planet and healthy people is undeniable. Polluted environments slowly poison humanity. Air pollution, caused by burning fossil fuels and industrial emissions, is a silent killer responsible for millions of premature deaths each year from respiratory illnesses, heart disease, and cancer. Water pollution from industrial waste, agricultural runoff, and plastic contamination spreads deadly illnesses like cholera and typhoid, particularly in vulnerable communities. Conversely, access to nature has profound benefits. Green spaces in urban areas are proven to improve mental health, reduce stress, and encourage physical activity. Protecting nature is not just about saving animals or distant rainforests. It is about protecting ourselves, our families, and our collective well-being from direct and immediate harm. 7. Nature protects us from natural disasters. Many so-called natural disasters become catastrophic because nature's protective barriers have been removed. Healthy, intact ecosystems are our first and most effective line of defense. Forests and wetlands act like giant sponges, absorbing massive amounts of rainwater to prevent floods and stabilizing soil to prevent devastating landslides. Along our coastlines, mangrove forests and coral reefs serve as natural breaks, significantly reducing the impact of storm surges and tsunamis, protecting coastal communities from destruction. As urban expansion replaces these natural barriers with concrete and asphalt, our vulnerability increases exponentially. We are stripping away our planet's innate resilience, turning manageable weather events into large-scale human tragedies. 6. Biodiversity is collapsing. Every species, from the smallest insect to the largest whale, plays a role in the intricate web of life. This biodiversity ensures that ecosystems are resilient, productive, and stable. However, we are currently in the midst of a mass extinction event, with species disappearing at a rate not seen for millions of years. This isn't just a sentimental loss. It's a structural one. Food chains are fragile. The loss of a key pollinator can devastate agriculture, and the disappearance of a predator can cause a destructive imbalance in an entire ecosystem. When one species disappears, the balance of life begins to fall apart, triggering a domino effect that can lead to total ecosystem collapse. We are unraveling the very fabric of life that sustains us all. 5. Nature is the foundation of a sustainable economy. There is no long-term economic growth on a dead planet. Many of our most vital global industries are directly dependent on the health of the natural world. Agriculture, which feeds billions of people, relies on predictable climate patterns, healthy soil, fresh water, and natural power. The global fishing industry is entirely dependent on clean, thriving oceans and sustainable fish populations. Tourism, a major source of income for countless countries, often hinges on the appeal of pristine natural landscapes. From stunning beaches and coral reefs to majestic mountains and wildlife reserves, a sector known as by degrading our environment, we are not just harming nature. We are eroding the very foundation of our economic prosperity and jeopardizing the livelihoods of billions. 4. The future of children is at risk. The world our children will inherit is being shaped by our actions today, and the picture is increasingly bleak. Children are disproportionately affected by environmental degradation. Their developing bodies are more vulnerable to the effects of polluted air, which can lead to lifelong respiratory problems like asthma. They are more susceptible to diseases spread by contaminated water. The growing crisis of water scarcity means that millions of children will grow up without reliable access to this basic necessity. Future generations will face a world with more extreme heat, more frequent natural disasters, and fewer natural resources. We often quote the adage that we do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children. Right now, we are borrowing recklessly and leaving behind a debt of environmental ruin that they may never be able to repay. 3. Some damage is irreversible. While nature has a remarkable capacity for resilience, there is a limit. Some losses cannot be repaired. Ancient forests, which have taken centuries or even millennia to grow into complex, life-giving ecosystems, can be destroyed in a matter of days. Once gone, they cannot be simply replaced. Their intricate biodiversity and ecological functions are lost forever. The most permanent and tragic loss is that of a species. We are pushing countless plants and animals to the brink, and once they cross that threshold, there is no coming back. Extinction is forever. We cannot undo it. We cannot fix it. Each species lost is a unique chapter in the story of life, erased permanently by our actions. We are closing the book on life forms that have existed for millions of years, and that is a responsibility we cannot take lightly. 2. Humans are the primary cause. We are not just witnesses to this crisis. We are the cause. The overwhelming scientific consensus is that human activity is the primary driver of the environmental destruction we see today. Our patterns of overconsumption demand more resources than the planet can sustainably provide. The pollution from our industries, agriculture, and transportation chokes our air and poisons our water. Our unsustainable lifestyles, built on a model of endless growth and disposable goods, are fundamentally at odds with the finite nature of our planet. Acknowledging this is not about assigning blame, but about accepting responsibility. Because if we are the cause, it means we must also be the solution. The power to change course lies within our hands, our choices, and our collective will to act. 1. There is nitrogen monoxide time left to wait. This is the most critical point of all. The time for debate and delay is over. Every minute, more forests disappear, equivalent to dozens of football fields. Every hour, more species are pushed closer toward extinction. Every day, the concentration of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere climbs higher, locking in more warming and more extreme weather for years to come. The tipping points are approaching, and some may have already been passed. If we do not act right now, with urgency and conviction, there may be nothing left to protect. This is not alarmism. It is the stark reality presented to us by the world's leading scientists. The future of a habitable planet is being decided in this very decade by the choices we make today. Protecting nature does not require heroic actions from a select few. It begins with awareness. It begins with acknowledging these uncomfortable truths and understanding what is at stake. And it grows through the everyday choices we all make. It starts with simple actions like reducing your waste, conserving energy and water in your home, and making conscious decisions as a consumer. It grows by protecting local wildlife, supporting conservation organizations, and demanding action from our leaders. The future of Earth is still in our hands. We are at a crossroads, and the path we choose now will determine the fate of generations to come. What will you do to protect nature? Starting today, leave a comment, share this video, and subscribe to Green Earth VN. Together, we can protect the only home we have.